What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video, your girl is here to bring you my next video, my must have must gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series linked down below, as well as the community playlist in case you would like to visit that. And lastly, but certainly not least, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below, as well as all of the Instagram pages that I follow to get this makeup knowledge. So just check out in my description box, there's quite a bit of knowledge there for you. And when this video is up with the tutorial for my eye look, I will also have, of course, that linked down below for you guys as well. Life has been crazy, okay, crazy, but I have made 2 orders. I did pick up the Sydney Grace palette that I said I was going to pick up on the Horizon Deep, and then I also did make an order from both Sephora and Ulta, mainly for things that I actually needed, such as like skincare and hair care. But I did throw in a product or two. One product that I threw in that you guys will be seeing soon, let me get it, is the Saie Sun Melt. I got it in deep bronze, and it looks like it's definitely going to be deep enough for me, so that's always promising. And that's what it looks like right there. So in case you want to see this in a bronzer hunt, which will be coming up in the month of July at some point, then I would suggest you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because honestly guys, videos are just going to be going up when I can get them up. I'm going to try and get up 2 videos a week for right now. I'm going through a couple of things personally, and so it's just not easy or feasible for me to keep an actual schedule as much as I was trying to previously. I just got to get them up when I can get them up. So I'm recording this on Monday the 28th, so hopefully I can get this up today. Who knows though? Things are always interesting in my area of the woods. Only other thing I wanted to let you guys know is that the e.l.f. Cosmetics bronzer that I discussed last week, it is on Ulta's website. When I looked, it was not available at any store, but maybe since then it has now found its way to stores. And you know, that's always a good thing. If I can find it before I finish up my bronzer week, I will put that in there. Or I will just go ahead and do a comparison between this one and that bronzer later. We just see how everything works out for me. So I have went ahead and gone through to tab quite a few things. A lot of this stuff, honestly, I don't even know what it is. I just tabbed it because I knew it was new. So do bear with me, please. I'm gonna do my best. And yeah, let's just go ahead and start with it. I'm gonna scoot over so I can put some photos over there. First things first, Hourglass has sneak peeked that they're coming out with single eyeshadows and also create your own eyeshadow palettes. I think this is very smart. I think a lot of luxury, middle tier, and of course indie brands really need to start to think to do this type of thing. It's gotten to the point where, you know, they pushed out so many pre-created palettes that people don't see any inspiring color schemes anymore. They're all very old color schemes or color schemes that they already have. Whereas if you are starting to release single eyeshadows or eyeshadow palettes where people can create their own palettes and their own color schemes, more people are going to be, I feel like, more likely to purchase from you. That said, I'm pretty much like on lockdown when it comes to palettes. I just have way too many. Like I said, last week I already purchased my palette for July, and honestly I don't even have the time to even think about purchasing another palette and still reviewing it for you guys. So yeah, for me, I just think that this is very, very smart. I have a feeling a lot more luxury and high-end, and then of course once again middle tier brands are going to be starting to do this, and I'm excited. I really am. It looks like ColourPop is coming out with quite a bit. I know I tabbed this earlier, but we've seen more, so let me find it. And it is their, is this it? Yes, it is their Cabana Club collection, and it is actually available on Ulta now. They have 3 different liners, one that's like a sky blue, one that looks like peachy, and one that looks maroon. There are 3 different cream stick blushes, and then there's an eyeshadow palette. What I will say is that if you don't know how you're going to feel about cream blushes, I would say try them out. These were the first cream stick blushes that I picked up, and I loved them. I still do. I just don't get as much use out of them right now, but I really did love the formula, and it really helped me to figure out what I like and what I don't like when it comes to cream blushes. In addition, I feel the same exact way with their liners. These liners are super cheap and super affordable. They don't last the longest. After about, I would say, 6+ months, they start to break apart and they're really loose in the packaging, and they pretty much don't really show up on your waterline. But for that period of time, I feel like you really can get your money's worth, and you can know whether it's something that you want for the future or whether it's something you don't want. So I would really highly recommend those products. As for the eyeshadow palette, for me, it's like a neutral palette with a splash of color. Not enough for me to be super intrigued, but I also appreciate that ColourPop didn't just do another warm toned palette with a splash of blue, if you know what I mean. So overall, cool, just not something that I'm really raving to get right now. MAC has also shown their Botanic Panic collection. So this is a collection where there's an eyeshadow palette, 2 extra diminished skin finishes, lipsticks, and yeah. So this is already available. I'm sure it's honestly already sold out. This actually looks like a really interesting collection for MAC. Honestly, this eyeshadow palette looks fire, especially for MAC. I would want to see, you know, what is matte, what is shimmer, what is like their sheen trash satin situation. But overall, it actually looks like a nice color scheme. It is actually very intriguing. If you're intrigued by the colors of those extra dimension skin finishes, I would highly recommend them. I have 2 and I love mine, absolutely love mine. And then of course, MAC lipsticks. I love the matte lipsticks formula. So if it's a shade that you find is interesting and different and unique for your collection, I say go for it. Overall though, I am going to pass. It's just not enough for me to feel I need to pick it up, and right now I need to feel over the moon for a collection for me to really pick anything up. Bobbi Brown is coming out with a Love Radiance collection where they have single eyeshadows and like single compacts, and then they also have highlighter duos. I'm really sad because the highlighter duos are beautiful. I mean beautiful, but I know they're not going to work on me. I would want the peachy one, but I've actually already had, I think I already decluttered them. I actually had 2 Bobbi Brown highlighters. They take a while to pan, let me tell you, but they also are just too icy. I found that I had to actually combine the 2 shades to get a shade that actually would show up and not be too bad on my complexion. And I just know that these aren't gonna work, not the highlighters nor the blushes, which is really disappointing. I really wish that there was a darker duo so that I could get some use out of it. But at the same time, once again, I'm okay with it. I can save my money and keep going on with my life. Kylie not only is coming out with those lip kits that I talked about last week, but she also looks to be coming out with some reusable cloth pads. I think this makes perfect sense for her skincare brand. I know I tend to use reusable cloths mainly just to make sure I get the excess product off of my face. I don't actually use them in their intended purpose, which, you know, YOLO. But either way, I think this makes sense for her. You know, kudos for her. I didn't really hear great things about her skincare range before, and I doubt people are gonna really rave about her skincare after. But I think depending on your age, right, if you don't really have any skin concerns, go for it. You know, you only live once. Okay, another collection from ColourPop is their Lush Life collection, where they have 3 liners in the pencil formula. They also have luxe lip glosses, and they have their cheek dews. It looks like there's also an eyeshadow palette. And that's it. Okay, so I'm going to easily pass over this whole collection. Two of the formulas, like, okay, so the Cheek Dew, I'm not even checking for it. No, it is a very watercolor type formulation. I don't need that. I need pigmentation. So that's an easy pass. The lip glosses, I don't need any more lip glosses. I'm actually continually to pan through my lip gloss collection, so I'm good with that. The liners, none of them are unique, although that one greeny silvery one actually does look unique, but it's okay, I don't need it. And then the eyeshadow palette, it's cute, but I know I can pull together either singles, or I know I have an eyeshadow palette that is reminiscent to this, so I once again am just going to go ahead and pass. There was a collaboration afoot between Dose of Colors and Disney again. This time it is for Donald and Daisy Duck. It is a special collection. I know that these types of palettes, the Mickey Mouse one flew off the shelf, and I'm sure this one is no longer available as well. It came with lip glosses, lip liners, eyelashes, and then a 6-pan eyeshadow palette with what looks to be like a bronzer. It's cute. I did get notified when this released. It released on the 23rd, and that's about 5 days ago. It's cute, but it's not something that I need. And I know me, these 6-pan palettes, although I like them and I get them from time to time, I don't use them very often. So no need to continue picking them up. And especially because that bronzer I knew wouldn't even be a face powder for me, child, I had to keep going. But you know, to each its own. Congrats. I'm sure it did well, but I just didn't need it. Okay, so there's a new brand. It is Otera Beauty, and Otera is the name of the first Amazon warrior queen. And it looks like this is their kind of beginning collection. So there is a palette, an eye primer, a pillow puff, a sponge, and brushes. So in the person that founded it looks to be an influencer of some kind. Maybe, I don't actually know who she is, but her name is Sananas. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette, I actually think the eyeshadow palette looks cute. I don't necessarily like the packaging. I don't like that it flips out. And child, no, I need one flip, see all the products, and move about my business. But overall, the color scheme is actually quite interesting. I actually like it. I like the camel-y kind of side along with the more neutrally side. So I like it. I like the shades. It's cute. Nothing groundbreaking, but it's cute. The brushes, they look cute. Once again, nothing groundbreaking, but cute. Then there's this weird sponge thing. I don't know what that's supposed to be and how you're supposed to use it, but honestly, I don't have enough brain cells to be able to figure that one out. The eyeshadow primer, cute once again, but I have similar shades of eyeshadow primer, and I don't need it, and I don't really get any use out of puffs, so there's honestly nothing in here for me that I need. Whether there's something that I may want in the future, who knows, but just nothing that I need from the brand right now. Bobbi Brown has also come out with face and cheek palettes. These are 3 pans where you have an under eye powder, a bronzer, and a highlighter. I've had these types of products in the past, or I'm sorry, I said under eye powder. It's actually a blush. I've had this type of product in the past and I did not get much use out of it. So I'm not going to play myself at all. This is going to be $48, and yeah, there are 3 different shades, which is nice. I'm sure the deep one might work on me, but I say might in the sense that I probably need to put a cream bronzer under it. Last week I talked about the idea that Hiram was going to be coming out with his own skincare range, and it has come out, or at least been revealed. Let's see, so it's actually launched, available online and in stores at Sephora. Oh wow. Okay, so he's come out with an exfoliating serum, a repair serum, a clearing oil control serum, a gel cleanser, and a support moisturizer. So I know that was one thing. I heard somebody even at some point mention him and mention the idea of him supporting some form of moisturizer that helped to support the barrier of your skin. So that makes sense to me. Overall, everything makes sense to me. I think the range is kind of mid-tier, which makes sense for it being in Sephora. Is there anything that I need? That salicylic acid, my skin does not like that, so that's an easy pass. The cleanser, I could try. I actually am running low on my makeup cleanser, so maybe if that does well with removing makeup. The serum, I don't really need. I just don't need any skincare. I actually just picked up stuff, so I don't really need anything, but you know, I'm sure after I hear some good reviews, because I'm assuming I'll hear good reviews, then maybe I'll pick something up in the future, especially because it's already in Sephora. It's a lot easier. But I will say I'm intrigued that he automatically went into Sephora, and I'm wondering if there's a parent company behind him or if he's just able to put all that money into it because he had that amount of money backed up. So if there's a parent company, I'd be interested in which one, you know, and then what their other brands that they own are, because then maybe I don't need to buy his higher end price skincare. Maybe I can buy from a lower tier brand. That said, let's just keep going. Okay, KKW. She has come out with lip lacquer pots. What? So basically it's chapstick in a pot with a little bit of a sheen and a color. And there's a weird brush thing as well. Child, no. I thought she was trying to do some cream bronzer or cream blushes. No, child, no. And that brush looks weird. It just looks weird and creepy, and I have no time. Thank you and good night. Another skincare brand is No Beauty. And Madison Bear is the person that created this. There's 3 people: Madison Bear, Vanessa Hudgens, and Dr. Karen K. So I know Vanessa Hudgens. I think I know of Madison Beer somehow, and I don't know the third lady or woman. Either way, they came out with quite an extensive range between 3 different moisturizers, 3 different cleansers, 2 different night serums, 2 different night creams, eye creams. Oh my gosh. Okay, multiple different masks and lip masks. There's a whole lot. Okay, and it looks like you can also get a kit just to do your whole routine together for only $95, which is not bad for a full skincare review or skincare range, both day and night, if they give you both. Overall though, once again, I just don't need any skincare right now, but I will be interested to hear reviews, and maybe I'll pick something up in the future. Who knows? Morphe is coming out with a hydrating tinted moisturizer. It looks to be 15 different shades, $18 each, SPF 30. It's supposed to be able to hydrate your skin for 24 hours, and it gives you sheer natural glowy finish. Cool. I don't need any foundations right now though. So cool. So last week I talked about the sneak peek of the Maybelline 4-in-1 makeup product, and so it looks like this product primes, conceals, highlights, and evens the tone, and it's available in 5 self-adjusting shades. I'm unconvinced of these self-adjusting shade products. I'm unconvinced, but that's not saying I wouldn't be interested in watching a review. Obviously I would need the darkest one, but I'm just unconvinced. I just don't trust it. It's only $12.99, so that's not that bad, but I don't know. Let your girl know if you're interested, and if you tried it, I would love to know. As far as I know, it is available. I'm sure it's available in store and online at Ulta. So okay, all right, more stuff. Trellis We're gonna go with Treloose Beauty by Becky G. I feel like I should know her. I feel like she's done a collaboration with ColourPop, and that's how I know her. Either way, she's done her first collection, and there is an eyeshadow palette and brushes. So the eyeshadow palette is 18 pan, and for me, had it been the 9 shadows on the right, and you swap out one of those browns with that blue, I would have been looking at Becky G like, what you trying to do to me? But she ain't doing nothing to me with all those browns. It's just not for me. Then there are quite a bit of gel pencils for like your waterline. There's also eyelashes, and then there's the brush kit or set or whatever. Cool. Nothing I'm running out for. Like I said, that palette was close but no cigar, so I'm gonna keep going on with my life. Tarte has come out with the Tartelette Juicy palette. I feel like this is a palette that they've had, but they just condensed it. Am I right? The world may never know. Either way, it's a 12 pan eyeshadow palette. I wouldn't get much use out of majority of this palette except for like the right half of it. The left half is too light for me, and it would just be pointless honestly for me to have it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass and continue to not have a Tarte palette in my collection. Chanel is coming out with some products. So they seem to be celebrating 100 years of the Chanel No. 5 fragrance. So they're coming out with a body oil, bath tablets, body cream, body lotion, and shower gel. I don't even know what that fragrance smells like at all. Oh, it looks like they're also coming out with makeup in celebration of this situation. I don't know what Chanel No. 5 smells like, so yeah. And I can't do certain body lotions and creams. Like if it has a fragrance, I just can't do it. Body oil, I can't be bothered to put on lotion, so oil, no. Shower gel and bath tablets, I hate baths, so that's easy out. And shower gel, child, I can get my dollar store shower gel and be happy. So easy pass for your girl. Teresa Is Dead did a collaboration with Lethal Cosmetics, and first of all, I saw it. I did, and like, life has been busy, y'all. It's been busy, okay? I've had difficulty checking my email at work, okay? So the idea for me to check my email and actually click the link to get to this was just, it was too much. The one brain cell was like, it just was not connecting, okay? It wasn't. So I knew that this collaboration launched, but I didn't get there in time. It sold out. That said, I'm not like 100% in love with the palette. It may be the lighting in the photos that I've seen, but it just looks a little light. I haven't tried the brand though, so I do want to try the brand, but I don't know. I'm sure they're gonna restock because like I said, apparently it's sold out. I think Teresa said that it sold out within hours. Oh, okay, so yeah, pre-order. Thank you all so much for making Lethal Is Dead a raging success. We're absolutely blown away by the response, and we're working through all hours of the night to get your order shipped out quickly. We're also hard at work on a restock, both the liners and the palettes, and we'll share more updates with you shortly. As of now, pre-orders are open for all products. Liners will ship in 1 to 2 weeks, palettes around August 30th. Okay, so that's reasonable. I will say I just saw a still of it and it looks like it's a little bit darker than I thought. You know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try this collaboration. It's gonna probably be a pre-order very similar to the one that I did for It's Freaking Bats palette, where it's gonna take some time. I'm honestly gonna probably forget, and then it comes and I'm like, oh, a palette. That's fine though, I'm okay with it. So after I'm done with this, I am probably gonna go ahead and pre-order. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order both the palette and the liners or just the palette. I don't use my liners in this type of packaging very often anymore. I used to, but I just don't. So I think I'm going to stick with just the palette and maybe the green liner. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Alrighty, more products to talk about. And I'm glad I got that information for you guys on the spot. Colored Raine is coming out with cream blushes, which I genuinely feel like came out of left field. But yeah, they're coming out with cream blushes, and there are 4 different shades. There's a purple, a pinky, a corally one, and then like a brownie one. And apparently this is not the final logo compact, which is good because I was looking a little suspect about it. I'm just saying. These products are coming out in August, and it looks like they're also coming out with brushes to go along with these cream blushes, which I think is really, really good. I'm not convinced with the colors. I think the colors look okay. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna pull the trigger on any of these. It's just none of these colors are really anything that I'd be interested in. I'd want like an orange, and they ain't one, so I'm not gonna talk myself into it. Uma Beauty has come out with some face palettes where you get 2 highlighters, a highlighting blush, and a bronzer in each palette. I'm sure that they have quite the range. I saw the really deep one. Let's see. Maybe they're not available yet. Are they available? Yeah, it says available now. I don't really know. I'm curious, but because I can't find it on the website to see if there's one. Oh, I see. There's only 2. Oh. Yeah, that dark one, that looks dark, okay? Like, even I'm concerned, and they want medium to deep to be able to use that one. Yeah, no, I'm a pass. That's a hard pass for me. Okay, RCMA has decided that they're not going to only release powder, they're going to release products. So they have complexion products that they're releasing, where they of course have their loose powder, but they also have a foundation, concealer, and a pressed powder as well. It looks like all of their products are cruelty-free and vegan, all ranging around mid-tier, $20 to about $36. The foundation is the most expensive. They have 3 different undertones for their foundation: cool, neutral, and warm. For the concealer, they only have 2, which is cool and neutral. I think this looks to be a decent range. They definitely could have gone deeper, and they definitely could have gone lighter. It looks like they really stuck with the middle of both ranges, light skin tones and deeper skin tones. I need a concealer, so who knows? I would want this to be available very easily for me. And if I can remember correctly, RCMA powder, people only picked it up from Amazon. So we'll see. We'll see what happens when I run out of my concealer. And I'm probably looking like Boo Boo the Fool because I don't have a concealer as a backup. So yeah. It looks like a couple of the products that I have talked about from ColourPop have been either available for the first time or have restocked, meaning the Lizzie McGuire and the Hello Kitty collection. I talked about the Hello Kitty collection, I believe, last week, and the Lizzie McGuire collection, I feel like I talked about months ago, but Trend Mood is saying that they're available now. So just in case you were interested, I just wanted to let you guys know that that is something that is afoot. Urban Decay has come out with a mini of the Naked 3 palette, which I think is smart for those who are really interested in these color tones. For me, they just really don't do much on my eye shape, or not my eye shape, on my eyes and my complexion. So this is going to be an easy pass for me. Okay. How many more do we have to talk about? 2 more products that I need to talk about today. Okay, Wayne Goss came out with a mascara, and this mascara is waterproof. It is already available. No, it's going to be available on Beautylish tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST. and it is formulated with Wayne's specific specification. It is a waterproof, smudge proof, and it's supposed to lengthen, lift, and define, creating long, fluttery, natural looking lashes for an all-day look. I'm intrigued, but I'm not particularly in love with waterproof formulations because I find that I lose eyelashes, okay? They shed when I wear products that are waterproof. So I am just gonna skip until I hear that that is not a problem with this product. And then the last thing I want to talk about is a sneak peek from ColourPop, and they have sneak peeked that they're coming out with a cherry themed collection on Thursday, July 1st. So interesting. And we'll see how the cookie crumbles next week. Hopefully I'm able to get my must-have Mascara up today, because I would like to move and continue these actually on Mondays. It just would be easier with between my work schedule and just life. So stick with me, y'all. We're gonna get it together. I'm gonna do my absolute best to get this 3 Looks 1 Palettes up later this week. I'm aiming for Friday, so I'm aiming to do uploads as much as possible on Mondays and Fridays for now, until I can get other things to kind of cool out. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, and if you like any other videos that I do on my channel, I would love it if you guys would like and subscribe, and also always feel free to comment down below. I try my best to always comment back so you guys can have an interaction with me in another way. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.